So our big Easter was yesterday. So we had a big celebration yesterday. Sorry, I do have allergies, totally all. But I was taking a nap and so I was up really early this morning, as you saw in another video if you haven't, but I was up early this morning. So I have like my robe over my dress, right? Well, obviously if I was in public, I would not be wearing my little robe over my dress. But you guys, it's the thing. I have what's called Raynaud's disease, and it's no joke. It's not fun. So I literally woke up and I was freezing. Like, it's a nice day outside, so I'm gonna end up outside at some point today, promise. And I will feel better. Again, I checked my temperature just to make sure, because I was so cold. I always have to do that just to make sure, make sure there's nothing going on and make sure it is just what it is. And obviously it was my temperature is completely normal. I'm totally fine. But so the struggle with this is there's nothing we can do about it. So it's like I have to put on an extra layer, and then as the day goes on, kind of remove that layer so that I can, wear my dress, which I'm going to remove it again because I'm getting ready to eat some cake and show you about that cake anyways, which I can actually grab a plate while I'm talking. But yeah, so it's a nice day, so I am going to end up outside today, not with a robe, but eventually we're going to have like a motion sensor light in here, and that would be great. But anyway, we have this plate because it's important. Yeah. But I just, you guys, it was just kind of like a struggle because I woke up and I was freezing. Like, just sometimes it makes me feel like I can't feel my hands or my feet, or I don't know if it goes this way. Or they're also going to fix these, side note, they're going to fix these barn doors and make them a little bit wider so that they go all the way. And they're going to put something there to keep them from swinging. So our house removal is almost done. It's pretty much there, but just little things here and there that they got to do. But it's just, it's been one of those things where it's like, I feel cold, extremely cold. And I don't always like it. So, but it's okay. I will be okay. I will remove this robe soon. But, that's what I have on the robe. So I don't want you guys to think like, okay, let me show you this cake. Sorry. Woo, back you up a little bit. Let me show you. My dad made this chocolate cake. Pretty sure there's more icing on it than actual cake. So, yeah, he made it yesterday and we had some of it. And, sorry. Ooh. There's the cake. It looks yummy. I'm gonna get some. All right. Well, I'll be back. Oh, and by the way, happy Easter, you guys. Happy Easter. Stay tuned. So I cut the cake and I went a little crazy a tiny bit because it has a lot of icing. And I was going to film myself cutting it, but I didn't want there to be a huge mess. It really wasn't a huge mess. Like, I can cut cake, but trying to film and cut cake at the same time sometimes can be a little difficult. But I'll try it for you, and I'll let you know that it's super good. Yes, there's a rag right here. We do have napkins. I can use a napkin, obviously. But, my dad, sorry, I'm moving this camera because it's like, okay. It was kind of bothering me. My dad likes to put 3 pounds of icing on his cake, so that's what happens. Trust me, it's good. All right, peace out. Hey guys, so I was just gonna talk a minute about Easter and what we do. Normally we always have Easter, but with the pandemic and everything, things have been a little different this year. And so we do, do the safety precautions that we're supposed to take and everything. But yesterday we had just Easter celebration here at the house, and my mom's birthday celebration as well with the family. And so today my mom was able to go see her siblings and her parents, which is super important because y'all, when family gets older, you just gotta help them And it's just been a really, really busy, productive week. Super busy. But so they were spending that time together, and like, this is the dress I wore for America's Got Talent. I'm just gonna show you the dress because I like it. Show all the way around, but it's kind of hard to do. Anyway, that was probably a terrible job. But anyway, so I just want to say this. I was thinking, you know, how the part where the Easter experience, how you know, there have been people that have felt rejected, and I can say for myself, I have felt that way as well. Let me sorry, I'm trying not to like move the camera, but also, no, I'm gonna go over here. But also do this the best I can because I do have a tripod now. A good tripod that works. Although we're gonna have to, okay. So, basically what I wanna say is this, is that there've been people, you know, who have felt rejected and who have been rejected, and I've been one of those people. But as I've learned, I need to clean up this crumb mess. Anyway, okay. So as I have learned, sorry, I can't see the camera, is that how are you doing and feeling with that rejection? Like, you know, how do you think, sorry, I really get. So how do you think, you know, put yourself in, well, it's kind of hard to do that, but so Jesus, he was nailed to that cross. I know we all hear the story of like what happened to Jesus and like how that affected, you know, everyone, and how it affected him and how it affected us. If you really think about it this way. Do we ever put ourselves in a personal, like a personal way? Like, you know, like how do we say, okay, so Jesus went through this, and how does this affect me? Like, and I think that's super important because one-on-one, how does it affect you? So, you know, if you haven't, but if you have, like a lot of people have, you hear of the story of the empty tomb and how he's risen on Easter Day and Easter Sunday, and like, you know, on Good Friday, he was, you know, beaten to death, and it was just, guys, it's true stuff. Like, it really is. But the thing is like, people like me, so have you, just put yourself in this perspective for a minute, because I know we all have. In some part of our lives, we have all felt and actually been rejected. I have been rejected, and I'm not gonna go into detail because it doesn't matter. It does matter, but you know, I've been rejected because of my disabilities, and I want to live life to the fullest, just like everyone else. That may not look the same. It's gonna be a little different. It's not gonna look like someone else's typical life, you know? Like, not everyone's gonna have to climb up on things to get things. Not everyone's gonna get as tired easily. But I can definitely, you know, just because I have different special needs and disabilities doesn't mean that I don't have feelings. It doesn't mean that I haven't been rejected. So what have you been rejected in your life? And what has hurt you the most? And what has helped you heal? So if you can just think of it that way, is like, have you been rejected? How do you deal with that rejection? And how do you say, listen, I need to grieve? It is very important to go through that grieving process. I have gotten closer, so much closer, and I say this every year because it's true, but I have gotten so much closer with God even through this year alone. And like, y'all, like, I have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, and so I feel like for me, that's where I stand. And I really, I'm not preaching at you guys, really, I'm not. I'm just telling you my story. But if I could be of any encouragement, I'm sorry, I keep touching the camera, but I can't. If I could be of any encouragement, I would say this, is that if you are a Christian, you know, how do you deal with being rejected, and how do you put that in the spot, or not spotlight, but how do you, I don't compare myself to to Jesus. But what I do say is, what would Jesus do in this situation? You know, so like, I've been rejected because I have epilepsy. That's the truth. So, I've been rejected because of this and that. But you know what? The point is that I cannot control that I have baby seizures. That's not going to change. But, you know, we do the best we can to have me live a full, healthy, and happy life, because I'm genuinely a happy person. I do have my moments. I'm not going to lie. I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. But, you know, how do we deal with that and say, okay, you have epilepsy. I'm not going to be afraid of that, because I don't want people to look at me as this, you know, adult with all these, you know, pediatric disabilities and say, oh my goodness, like, I'm scared of that. I don't want to be around that. That's not the way to look at it. So then I think, well, how do I look at, you know, what Jesus went through? He didn't deserve the torture. He didn't deserve the beatings. He didn't deserve any of that. But yet, he did that so that you and I could mess up. Like, if you're a Christian, you don't need to worry about, you know, messing up. That doesn't mean you go out and do something stupid just for the heck of it because, you know, God loves you and he's not going to care. That's not true. God does care. But what that does mean is that we're not perfect. And so, you know, I'm just saying it's okay to mess up. I'm not perfect, you know. And then, if you're not a Christian, first of all, I want to welcome you to this channel, because I'm not here to shove things down your throat. I'm not that type of person. But I genuinely, my heart has enough room to love everyone. And I do care about everyone. Sorry, I keep moving the camera, but I can't see. So if you are not a Christian, know this. It's never too late. And you know what? Extra grace is required for Christians, and extra grace is required for non-Christians. So please do not be one of those Christians that shows someone who isn't a Christian what it's, you know, I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't be judgmental. You know, if you want to bring someone to Christ, you don't want to shove it down their throats. You don't want to say, oh, you're not a Christian, so I can't hang out with you. Guys, I've been there. I look back on my life years and years ago and I think, wow, I could have brought someone to Christ, but instead I judged them and said, I can't be around you because of this. Now, obviously, I have friends who are not Christians. A lot of my friends are, and they're believers. And so I don't know what's inside of everyone's heart. Not all of us agree on the same things, but we all know Jesus Christ. And that's most important to me. And if I could just bring one person to Christ, I mean, I love seeing lives being transformed. Honestly, I do. Because of my health issues and because of everything I've been through, I feel like that's truly important. But, you know, I also feel like that when you want to bring someone to Christ, you come alongside of them, you know, and you be a Christ follower. What is it like to be a Christ follower? You know, but you also want to guide them, help them, love on them. Don't turn your back on them, you know, and just be loving and kind. So that's all I want to say is, like, when you want to bring someone to Christ, don't do it in a judgmental way. We all know the Christian rules, you know, you should do this and that, and you know, you know, Jesus did heal the blind man, and Jesus did a lot of great things, you guys. I'm not even downplaying this. But one thing that I have done in my past that I'm not proud of, and I promised after I got really sick in 2017 I would never do it again, is that I would never, ever turn someone away because they're not a believer. Now, that does not mean that I'm going to compromise my faith. I will never, ever compromise my faith because I love Jesus so much. And that's really, really important to me. I've seen too many miracles. And I'm telling you guys, I've had miracles happen in my life. I am a miracle. And I don't say that braggingly or judgmental or bragging at all. Seriously, every time we go into the doctor, whether it's the heart doctor, the neurologist, the orthopedic, eye doctor, we have so many doctors, and all of my doctors are pediatrics because of my size. They say, wow, we don't even understand how this is happening, but you're a miracle. And we hear these words. It's not like I walk in and I'm like, hey, I'm a miracle. I don't do that. But that's what we're told all the time. So if I'm a miracle, then I want to pray for miracles for everyone else. And it doesn't have to be like, I don't think that one day I'm going to wake up and just like have complete eyesight. I'm not saying that can't happen, because I don't underestimate the things that Jesus can do, for sure. Obviously I have to have glasses to see, but for me, that is a miracle alone because I never thought I would be able to see with my eyes. My eye muscles are very weak, so the glasses help strengthen those muscles. But there's so much cloudiness behind my eyes. It's hard for them to see things. But I'm at a stage 3 in retinopathy prematurity. So we know this. That's an eye condition. Anyways, the point is, a miracle for me may seem something so small to you, but it's huge to someone like me. So special needs miracles, but even if you don't have a special needs or disability, you can have miracles in your life. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that looks like, but God does. And for me as a special needs person, I really do cherish the miracles that I experience because even, me being here today is a miracle. That's all I want to say. And God doesn't make mistakes. So happy Easter, you guys. I hope you guys are having a great Easter. I honestly have. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say today. It was just on my heart to do so. So that's that. And I will, not sure if this is going to be like the last part of this video today or I'm going to film more today. I'm not sure. But in case, thank you guys so much for watching. And feel free to comment down below or any video suggestions you have or any questions. You can also follow me on the gram at Little Ash Nicole. And all right, peace.